So what is the difference between the UK Global Talent and the Australia Talent Visa? There's a huge difference in terms of how many applications they receive. So UK one, that's no limitation. They can invite as many people as they think that's enough people in there. But for Australia's Global Talent Program, they only have 5,000 allocations, which means it's quite heavily. So number difference. Second difference is the endorsement. Now, previously, Australia also used the endorsement system. They have the global talent officer. They send them to different countries. Now, and they later found, oh, well, it's quite expensive. Then they removed the global talent officers. Then they still keep the nomination process. Now, Australia's system now has the nomination process. The UK still use Tech Nation. Although I know that's a few news about, Tech Nation does not have enough funding from the government, but you know what, they're still taking applications. So on the other hand, Australia one requires something like a endorsement from a nominator, which can be a individual or a company or an organization. Organization wise can be Australia Computer Society or EA. Now, what's the difference between the government costs? Okay, the biggest government cost for UK program is really about the health insurance, because the visa itself is a 5 years visa. If you stay in UK for 3 years, you then apply indefinitely to remain, which means the visa itself is 5 years. Then you're not going to enjoy the free Medicare. Okay, so you have to pay for individual health insurance, which is 5 years for whole family, up to £10,000, depending, how many family members you have. Australia-wise, it's actually free. As long as they got a permanent visa, land in Australia, go to Medicare system, apply, they get one, they go see to the GP, that's free. So it's kind of, in terms of government cost, that it's that difference. In terms of visa processing cost, that's government fee, that's not much, it's not huge difference. But now in terms of processing time, now Australia, changed a lot. Initially, they give you endorsement for 4 weeks time. In 4 weeks time, now they say, it's too expensive. They cost us $500,000 for each of global talent officer. Now I'm going to abolish that. Then the process need become a lot longer. It took about 6 months in the last year, but this year they said, I think we can speed up process. Now the processing time about 2 months. That's very similar to UK, up to 8 weeks time. Some people ask me, what's this about? Of course, they need to go database check. They go to the agency to check your profile. They need to check whatever you provide in the past or you provide to other countries. So that takes time. So it takes for 6 to 9 months time, similar to UK Global Talent Program. Now, in terms of difference between that UK program and key criteria, right? People say, okay, that's government fee, I gonna need to pay, I understand, no problem. But what is the key criteria? What's the difference between that? The Global Talent Program was initially started with the Distinguished Talent Visas. Now, I think we primarily compare these two programs. One is UK's, one is Australia Talent Program. It doesn't matter they call talent or innovation, it's kind of similar stuff. Now, UK Talent Visa, of course, they invite someone under these artists, science. Australia's Global Talent or National Innovation Visa, they have two distinct programs. One is Distinguished Talent Visa. Distinguished Talent Visa, it's focused in inviting someone, of course, issue permanent visa to someone. And Australia focuses a lot on individual nomination, salary, how much you're likely to attract, your current earning power, and that you have a job offer in Australia, which is absolutely ridiculous. I need to make it up, a job offer, you can't. If you have, you have, you don't have, you don't have. And Australian employers is not going to give you a job offer unless you work for them in the past, right? Unless you work them from the past. Right, some are not going to come out with it, become an employee of Australia company unless you work them in the past. This may include, it's international cooperation, it's kind of relocation, right? Or it's kind of, them, customers, things like that. So if someone never worked in Australia or related to Australia business, you're not going to get job offer. It takes a very long time for people to take risk to bring someone outside Australia. Okay, so this is kind of ridiculous now. Okay, so salary, it's really important. Leadership is important. Track record, they check the track record. That is the huge difference in that, because if Australia, of course, in the past we helped someone who's the age was 28 years older, so she only had 3 years experience, which is great, isn't it? That Australia emphasizes more now on technical skill, not much leadership, or not much of executive power. Someone has executive direction, okay, or position. That is the difference. That is the similarities in these two. So tech focus and skill set focus. Now, if you're an engineer or software engineer, can you apply for both programs? Yes. Which area I really like? Cybersecurity, I really like that. Okay, so some areas such as experiencing running a product-led companies, like e-commerce company, it can be eBay, Amazon. Oh, Amazon is not e-commerce company anymore. It's a technology company, right? So make sure you evaluate these two. Basically, I can see a lot of candidates, our clients, who got permanent visa from us, from Global Talent Program, Australia's program, can be getting UK's Global Talent visa as well. So contact me if you believe you are under this route. Of course, if someone who you think you can eligible for UK's Global Talent Program, contact me for Australia one. I don't know the difference between two countries. Of course, I do. I lived both countries for more than 10 years. So the difference is really